Book 1. The Tidmouth Pilot. Since Duck, the Great Western Engine, had received his own branch line, Tidmouth Yard had been without a pilot to organise it. The big engines wouldn't dare to make a fuss about shunting, not after being locked in the sheds many years ago, but the work was building. Trains had become delayed, and even worse, mixed up. With goods being sent to the wrong destinations and passengers missing connections to London, something had to be done.
"I'll need an engine to shunt this yard full-time,"
the Fed controller said.
"but all of my engines are booked."
Could we call Percy back to organise the yard?
The station master asked.
"Not with Knapford Harbour in demand as it is. Toby has already been diverted there to run half of its goods."
Have you considered running a railway with more than a baker's dozen engines, sir?
"Spread the word,"
the Fed controller coughed.
"We'll need to source a shunter."
The engines were gathered in the shed the next morning when the Fat controller spoke to them.
"I'm searching for a pilot for Tidmouth Yard,"
the Fed controller said, and a chorus of excited whistles arose from the engines.
"Do any of you have the capacity to do it?"
And like magic, each whistle jammed shut in time. The engines shared a glum stare. "Could Stepney be brought back?" asked Edward.
"No, he's quite busy on the Bluebell."
"And what about Duck?" asked Boko. "I've enjoyed learning the Great Western way." "I'm quite busy enough," Duck protested. "But please, sir, don't bring back that Diesel. He was devious."
"Oh, don't you worry about that. He's never coming back,"
the Fat controller said, and winked to the open space behind him. The engines could only guess why he'd done that.
Sir,
Percy stammered.
I've heard of this thing, I have, where they get the little engines, you see, and they put them on a flat truck, and it converts the tiny little wheels into big engine wheels. And, well, Scarlo, he could shunt for us, and...
"Enough of that,"
the Fat controller demanded.
"I'd appreciate it if you would all think about my request over the coming days. If any of you know a standard gauge engine who would be of service, do let me know."
Percy arrived at Ffarquhar that afternoon with his goods from the harbour, empty stone trucks, coal for the villagers, and oil for Daisy and Mavis. When he was finished putting all of the wagons into their place, Toby arrived at the platform with the workman's train.
"Oh, Toby, do you know any mainland engines?"
"What for?"
asked Toby.
"Do you want to bore them with your tall tales?"
"Some brothers, perhaps?"
Percy insisted.
"My brothers are all withdrawn. It's just me left. Why?"
Percy peered at the sleepers, his lips drawn tight. "Well, perhaps some other engines, then."
He coughed.
"That controller wants a pilot for Tidmouth."
"Like you, I know the Flying Scotsman,"
Toby suggested.
"and I don't think he'd be too pleased about a shunting role. But I'll ask around."
And before Toby could say anything more, Percy had rocketed out of the runaround, leaving the empty stone wagons for the tram engine to take. When Toby came to the quarry with the empties, Mavis was resting by her shed. This gave Toby an idea.
"Mavis, have you any cousins?"
he asked her.
"For piloting work in Tidmouth Yard."
"I'll do it,"
she suggested, finally finding an excuse to get out of this quarry.
"You've plenty enough to do here, including gathering these empties which I've been kind enough to bring for you."
"So efficient you are."
She winked.
"I'll let the quarrymaster know I'm no longer needed. You seem to have it covered."
Toby gave Mavis a look so fierce that her smile fell off her radiator.
"My cousins are all happily employed in yards across the country."
She relented, offering helpful advice.
"And which one of them would give it up to shunt some dusty sidings while I go to Tidmouth? But there is an engine in the back of my shed."
"In your shed?"
Toby asked.
"Yes, Nellie. You've never seen her?"
"I thought Nellie went back to the coal board when you arrived, though she had a terrific limp. Never enough steam. Is she still alive back there?"
"Well..."
And Mavis searched for the right word.
"Asleep, they say."
"I'd better fetch the Fat controller,"
Toby thought aloud, and scurried away with his trucks. When the Fat controller arrived, he could hardly believe his eyes.
"Well now, I thought you'd scrapped this engine."
"Well, I was going to," the quarryman said. but her wheel's seized up, and it was too expensive to get a cart in her to get her away, you see, so I'll have to earn her cents.
You didn't ask for repairs.
Well, I didn't know you'd offer that.
Perhaps more than that. There's a deal to be made here.
The Fed controller hummed. Mavis eavesdropped intently from the shed door. In her mind, the alien waft of Tidmouth's sea air was already up her nose. Was it fresh kippers? What a terrible smell.
If I repair this engine to good use, might that pay the rent for a year of her service?
I think that will pay at least that much, the quarry manager said. Outside, a diesel engine growled into action and spattered away in disappointment.
That's a good man, and that's a good engine. Are you ready to shunt again? What's your name?
The engine could not reply. The wind simply whistled through its frame, like a tired snore. Nellie is her name, the quarry manager said.
Very good, then.
And he turned towards the yard.
Toby, pull her out, would you, old boy? I'll get to a telephone and call in the crane.
Thanks, guys, for tuning in to part 1 of the 4-part Railway Series style illustrated stories on Nellie the Spare Engine. I'd love to thank all the people in the community who came together to contribute to this, and I really didn't expect to get so many keen contributors. In order of appearance, we had Tom Marshall as the Fat Controller, we had the Unlucky Tug as the Station Master and Percy, we had Sodor 1993 as Toby, we had officially Tiffany as Mavis, and in Story 2, we'll have Trampy as Henry. I really didn't expect this kind of support or response. I really appreciate those who came and joined in on the journey. I think I owe thanks to channels like Rexeljet for paving the way for Railway Series illustrated style content to make a comeback on the YouTube fandom scene. So, thanks everyone for enjoying this video, and there are 3 more stories in this book, so those will be up on the channel shortly. Catch you next time.